Hi everyone, it's Andrea over at Sewspire.com. Thank you so much for joining me here today. This is the third tutorial in our ongoing clutch series here at Sewspire for the month of October 2022. Today's video is going to be a little different than what I normally bring you. I am going to move you step by step through my authentic prototyping process. I've never made this design before. I didn't sketch anything out. We're literally going to work with the raw materials, see what happens, and fix our mistakes. Are you ready? Let's get started. Okay guys, so for this clutch, I am going to be designing on the fly for you. I'm trying to get back into that space where I could just receive the inspiration and have a lot less structure as I'm designing. I love to design on the fly. So I was inspired by some of the materials in my space, and I want to show you some of those. I have this beautiful lace here, and then this pretty fall fabric, and this awesome mustard color zipper. And I have so far cut out a piece of material which measures 10.5 inches wide by 18 inches tall, and I have backed that with a remnant of the Annie's Soft and Stable, and I'm just going to clean up this edge a little bit here so I don't have that excess Annie's, so my seams stay nice and even. And what I'm thinking or hoping that I'm going to end up with is a medium-sized clutch with a zipper around 2 of the sides. All right, I've never done this before, so excuse me. I've never done this before, so it might be a complete flop. I want to incorporate a strip of this pretty lace across the front, so that part's pretty easy. I'm just going to cut that a little larger than the panel, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch that down on each side. I do want to make sure though that the lace is even, so I think I'll put that 2 inches from what will be the top, and I'm just going to stitch right across the base for sure. And then I think it would be super cool to only stitch in a couple inches and leave this as a little pocket as well. So let me mark how far in I want to come. I'm going to start with 2.5 inches in on each side, and let me see how big that pocket will be if I do that. Yeah, I think that might be big enough for the phone. Let me see. No, it's not. I don't know that I would put my phone in there, but what if it did work good for the phone? So let me bump that over a little. Let me try 2 inches from each side and see what happens. Yeah, okay, so that might work. So I'm going to start by stitching right across the bottom of this beautiful lace. And I think I'm going to have to divide that on each side too, though. I'm undecided about that because it could be kind of cool for that just to slide over. So I think I like that idea of it being a little pocket just as is. So I came in 2 inches on each side, and you can find these lace trims at your more commercial fabric shops. I'm sure you can find them online too, and it's just an embellishment. My lace is 4¼ inches tall. I'm going to give this a quick press. Okay, so I have my little embellishment on the front of my clutch. So now I want to take my zipper, which is 19 inches from end to end, and I want to unzip that, and I want to position that at center, which I have pressed into my material. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch right across there just to hold that in place. And the zipper pull is right side facing down. And then I want to bring this zipper up and run it all the way along that short side over my little lace trim, and I'm aligning that zipper tape with the edge of my fabric. I let the lace overhang because that's going to have a tendency to fray there. Then as I come up on that corner, I just want to kind of turn that gently. And remember, I've never made anything like this before. I'm just following my instinct on this. So it kind of bows the fabric up a little bit, but I know for a fact these ends are going to have to be even here, or there's no way it's going to zip even. So that's what I have going on there. Before I stitch down this zipper, I want to try to press this crease out of the middle because it's going to get harder to press after this starts taking its shape. Okay, so I have my zipper in place. Now I have a like size piece of material without any foam or embellishments, and I'm thinking I'm going to position that right sides facing on top of this, and I will carefully transfer those pins to the top. Alright, so I'm going to start sewing here at one of the ends. I'm going to leave the bottom where there's no zipper open for the time being. And I'm just going to start stitching right here at this bottom corner. Okay, so for the most part, my zipper is secure, but I have some concerns about these corners because one of them is kind of rounded and one of them is not. The big thing is the zipper tape caught in the corner, and kind of appears if it is. I'm just going to try and come in around this one a little bit more. And temporarily, I want to turn this all the way around and see what those corners look like, see if it zips. Alright, so this is the exterior. And then along the bottom edge, I still have a raw edge. I want to just test this zipper and see what happens when I zip that. So this center where I started is very sloppy. I don't like the looks of that. But the corners are not that bad. This one I am missing a little bit of the fabric in that, so that would need to be touched up. But something's going to have to change with this, and I think it's a matter of setting that zipper tail free and letting it be on the exterior of this. So let me unzip and fix this corner up here where the zipper tape did not get captured in there, and then free that zipper tail. So I'm going to need to turn it back around. I'm going to put a pin right there so all those layers stay in place. And it is this corner over here that I am missing the zipper tape when you turn it around. So I'm going to try, I think, to remove that stitching. And then here, if I can flatten that zipper tape a little bit more coming around the corner, I think I will do better there. Turn everything back right side out and see what I'm dealing with. I'm sure with a little bit of practice I could get these corners better too, and maybe some zipper tape. You know, this sticky double stick tape would be a great idea as well. But I don't mind the look of this. I'm not sure though about this little trim I put on it. Okay, so now I have to deal with this raw edge here. And so what I'm thinking can happen is I can turn this all back inside out, and I can sew across there and just leave a little hole to turn this. Okay, so if you were not in discovery mode, you would create your fabric sandwich there, and you would sew a U around this side and then a U around this side, and leave yourself 3 inches to turn that right side out from the bottom center. Okay, that did not work out like my mind wanted it to. I wanted the interior and the exterior to be together, and I would just turn it around and this would all be closed up. Okay, so I ripped out that seam that I stitched all the way across there. What you have to do when you have your project laying flat here, so there's the foam side, and then here's my technically interior, is at center. You have to pick that up, and you want to align the zipper at that seam that has the zipper, right? So line up those 2 zipper stops and that seam. So we're making a contorted shape with this, like it's like a fortune cookie here. And then your lining will be aligned and your exterior will be aligned. Now I need to leave an opening in the lining here to turn this around. So I'm going to start with the exterior and line that all up and stitch to the zipper, and then I'll back stitch, and I will continue a few inches in on the interior, jump, and finish stitching the interior. And that should work much better. So I'm going to turn everything through that hole in the side of the interior. Poke out those corners. I am going to attempt to press this and make it a little prettier. Okay guys, so this is what we ended up with. I don't like the lace on the front. I wish that there wasn't any embellishments on it. I think the proportions might be a little wonky. I think maybe we should take a couple inches off of the height. And I know I can get the zipper installed better. I like the idea of having a zipper tail on this and potentially integrating some type of little handle for just your hand. I think that this still has a lot of potential. So let me know what you like about it, what you want to change about it. If you have some ideas, I'll read everyone's comments. And then I will be back next week with a step-by-step foolproof tutorial for you on how to make a zip around padded clutch. All right, that's fully lined. So as always, until we meet again, please know the creative genius in me will be celebrating the creative genius in you. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for sewing with me. Okay guys, popping in with a little PS video here. I stitched up a little centerpiece here and removed the stitching across the bottom of that lace, and I do rather like this look. This still might need to be a little bit shorter, the proportions on it, but now that I scrunched that up, I'm happier with that. With the zipper, I was able to remedy that once it was finished by just pressing and stitching across there. I still have the little thread here, and that was no problem. And now there's not a hole in the bottom anymore. I mean, there's this little bit here where the zipper is, but I don't think it's really necessary to do anything else to that zipper tail because it's kind of nice to have that to close this up. I definitely think we can still improve the actual zipper installation so that there's an even amount of zipper tape going all the way around there. I think it could be amazing to have some pockets on the inside here, so this like serves a purpose. Right now it's just open. I do still have to close up that hole in the middle there though, so I would just press that and stitch that on the machine. But I just wanted to give you a quick little update of the changes I made. I just couldn't help myself after I was already done recording. So this will give you some more food for thought as we go into this week. Please let me know the changes you would like to see in this sweet little clutch. Talk to you soon.